Hello there everybody and welcome to another Crowncast. And today we have another guest because I decided I should have more guests. And so we have the almighty Bushido. That's how you pronounce it, right? I I'm not English is not my first language, so sometimes I'm not sure always how everything
Yeah,
is
it's
pronounced.
pronounced Bushido.
Yes, so I was correct about that.
Yeah.
So, who are you? And let people know that.
Well, my real name is Ali, and how old am I? I'm 15 years old, and it's been pretty rough couple of months because of like school and games, and how I'm not allowed to play like any games.
Wait, what? Why aren't you not allowed to play games? You're supposed to
Because
be outside and play with other kids.
no, I'm
No.
supposed to be like studying or something, which I
Okay.
haven't done.
Yeah, but you can do both, can't you?
Mm.
Or do you have too much study to do? Because I never had any problem. Then again, I only had like straight average student because of it. So, but was not really interested in studying that much. So it's all about what you're interested in.
Yeah, well, my maths teacher called me like 10 minutes ago, asking me to come into school.
What on
Yeah,
Saturday?
yeah, on a Saturday. It was like come in for revision.
Why? Are your math grades bad or something?
No, he just
No.
wants me to come in for revision. It's
On a Saturday? Are they
yep,
nuts?
yes they are.
One thing is positive here in Sweden is no school on Saturdays. I almost think unless it's like uh, sometimes we have Saturdays where parents come and watch us have some sort of school, but then they're
Mm.
only like from 9 o'clock until like 12 is the school days then.
Uh,
So it's we usually don't have school at all on Saturdays. So that's a
uh,
positive because they want the weekend to be free.
hmm. I mean, speaking of school, on Thursday, yeah, Thursday, we're playing football. Do you call it football or soccer where you are?
Football.
Football.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we. I was playing football at school, and I was tackling this person,
Yeah.
and he barged me like into the fence because we have like pitches at our school and there's like fences.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
know.
I don't know how, but I like scraped my whole arm across like it was like a nail or something. So
Ah,
like my
yeah.
arm is like hurting.
Yeah, I can understand.
Uh,
Sometimes if the fence is like a little bit broken
mm,
or something like that, they can get very sharp. The
mm.
fences. Yeah, I understand exactly. I play football as well. Still do sort of. I play amateur mostly. It's uh, it's fun, but I'm too lazy to train nowadays, which is a problem because I feel like I really want to start training more because uh, if you train more, you will don't have to sleep as much, which is
Mm.
what my goal is with all this.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about something. I don't know if you have it in Sweden, but when you're like 15 or something, you go to work, like work experience
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. We have the same kind of things.
Oh, okay.
We have it, but we do it the first time when we're yeah. It's sort of like 15, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna tell you how my work experience was. It was the people who organized it said it was the worst work experience ever that they have ever planned because
Oh.
what we had it's kind of funny because me and my friend, one of my best friends,
Yeah.
got picked the same thing,
Yeah.
and I picked something like law or something I can't remember,
Yeah.
and he picked the complete opposite of it, and we got the same thing. We were working at this.
How did
I don't know how.
that work?
I don't know how. But we were working at a hotel,
Yeah.
and it seemed like a normal hotel, but every single person there was I no one could understand English properly.
What?
Like, like they didn't know what we were saying.
So it's a hotel in England, and
Yeah, that's not the worst part. Believe me.
okay,
I
so
think the first thing we had to do was we had to make fake accounts on a website and write good reviews about the hotel.
that is kind of amazing.
And then, okay, this is the start of like a really weird story, by the way. The guy
Okay.
that we're working with, his name was, I'm pronouncing this right. His name is Vittorio. He's like Italian,
Yeah.
and he seemed like nice at first, but along the week, we got to figure out that he was like a really weird guy
Okay.
because we were working for these two guys. I don't know who they were, but they couldn't understand English as well, and this is really weird. They asked us to count. This is gonna say they were like bags of fabrics. I don't know why.
Yeah.
In like a storeroom, and we were asked to count each piece of fabric and count and replace it in the bag and make a tally about it.
What? That's, that sounds like
I don't know.
a waste of time.
It was. There were like 200 to 300 pieces of cloth in each bag. It took us ages.
Well,
But
usually you would like some sort of you would weigh it, won't you? If you like want to know how many. You usually
yeah, they
have.
didn't have a scale.
Wow.
Cheapest hotel ever. Yeah. But while we were doing this, my friend and I were just talking, and this Vittorio guy, he came up to us, and I don't know why he started talking to us about his family life, and when he was our age, we were like, oh okay. And I'm not I'm not much of like a swearer or something,
Okay.
so I'll probably type it in and you can say it. But this is what he said. Wait. Um, he told us this. He
When I was your age, I wanked throughout this morning till the
he told us this.
Sure. Italians.
This was so weird. And then he was talking about like how his parents wouldn't buy him an ice cream or something, and how he was like swearing at his dad.
So, was he originally from uh, UK, or was he had he just moved from Italy or something? Or
He'd only been working there for like 3 weeks.
okay.
Yeah, and then he was talking about how he was fat and how he had to lose weight and he wanted to be like us. And this is a really weird guy, by the way.
Yeah, there are a couple of weird guys and people in the world. I mean, I mean, just following the stuff that happens in America is just makes me wonder what the world have happened to. And yeah, and I remember when I went to Australia when we were there was one of the guys when we were going to Kangaroo Island. So there was Italian dude who constantly flirted with our guide. It was like non-stop. And he was like he loved to talk about there was this volcano outside of his town, and he like
Mm.
talked about it like all the time for some reason, and he explained all the time about his family, and it's just yeah. You get all the different kinds of people. Yeah.
Mm.
My Australia trip, I need to do a Chromecast just on it because I have a lot of stuff. I because one of the Ayers Rock, one of the most funny thing about that was the Japanese and
Mm.
like Asian. They uh, they were running up the Irish Rock. It was not like
Mm.
you could go up there and watch from the top of it, but they didn't just like walk in a steady pace. No, they are having like this competition because Japanese people love competition. So they were just running like crazy up this Ayers Rock, and they're like with like cameras and stuff with them, and they were not like the fittest people either. So
Mm.
it's just so funny to see them just running and running and getting really tired and such.
Huh. Yeah, so I've been caught up with school, and I was interested in talking about this before. I was interested in GTA 5,
Yeah.
like a side thing. But when it came out, like this is gonna sound weird, but on Amazon, I usually buy my games from Amazon because it's easier
Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
But if you pre-ordered the game from Amazon, it was 35.99.
Yeah.
If you, I think you heard about this on Twitter,
Yeah. It
but
was like
yeah,
53 pounds
yeah,
or
it's like
something.
£53 now. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And
Taking advantage of
yeah,
situation.
the thing for me is I'm probably not gonna get GTA 5 till like July next year because
Yeah.
of all the stupid exams and everything that our school wants from us. But I think I think the only game I'm gonna get this year is the Batman Arkham Origins.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's interesting for me because I loved all the Arkham games.
Yeah, they're great
And
games.
huh?
Yeah, they're great games.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else. Oh wait, quickly do this. This is the link to the hotel, by the way, where I was working. Let's check this out later.
Bailey's house. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it's a message. If anyone's in the UK, never go there. Never go there.
Yeah, it would be quite annoying since they can't speak English.
Yeah.
Just that fact alone.
Yeah,
Kind of.
we had to clean some bed sheets as well.
Yeah.
There was like this. There was this. I think it was a storeroom where it was like a whole load of bed sheets or something, and they were like dirty bed sheets, and there were like some weird stains on them, like some white, some like green or red or something. We just
I'm
like
not
sort of thing,
surprised, to be honest.
you
Hotels
know,
are probably where people don't care at all since they don't have to clean it themselves.
true.
The, usually the reason why
Mm.
cleaning hotel rooms feels like that is kind of work I
Yeah.
wouldn't really want to do.
Um. Speaking of the Ramboja, I've got like two things that I kind of wanted to mention
Sure.
in talking to you now. The first thing was I was trying to make a hole punch action figure.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, um, I need to like paint it like in a different way because of the texture of the action figure.
Okay.
But I hope it should be done soon because I want to show it off.
Yeah.
But the main thing is for me because as mentioned before, I'm 15 years old.
Yeah.
I can't buy anything like online, so I really wanted to buy a Stay Ballsy t-shirt.
Yeah.
So what I did was I I'm gonna send this in like a picture of this to like on the show on Wednesday. But what I did was I got like a marker and I got like a pair of t-shirt. I just wrote Stay Ballsy on it. It's like the cheapest way to get one.
Well, if you send it in to
Yeah.
John and you like show right under it, like I couldn't, I can't buy it because of this,
Yeah.
and then you said, and then you should write P.S. Mark wants you to send me a Reels the Ballsy shirt, and just say it, and he will probably send one to you because of it. He's a great
Buy
guy
one.
that way.
That's
Seeing how you can't able to buy it because you're just say why you
mm.
can't, and uh, John can understand that, and he will send you one.
Yeah, for me to buy a Stable the T-shirt, I have to wait till 2017
Yeah,
to buy one.
yeah. It's annoying with
Mm.
credit cards and
Yeah, and all
stuff.
that stuff.
Yeah, I got my Visa stuff when I went. I didn't. I think I didn't get that until I was like 19. I decided,
Mm.
fuck it, I need to have this. I pay like, it's like £10 a year for it,
Mm.
but I mean it's worth it to to be honest, because you can do so much with it. I
Mm.
just being able to order it
Mm.
online stuff, because I ordered a GTA 5, and I usually go to the same site. We have a site here in Sweden that's kind of like the same as Amazon,
Mm.
uh, so I usually just have it be sent from there, because it's I don't I don't feel like going to stores too anymore. I just buy it online.
Yeah, I think the only time I go to my local game store is to buy like Microsoft points or something. But I don't usually go because it's like a good half-hour walk away from my house.
Yeah, I'm quite close to. Uh,
Mm.
I'm quite close to the inner city, so for me it's not really that much problem. But I don't know. I'm at the point where I just when I when it comes to games, I don't really pay like it's
Mm.
uh, games that have been turned in
Yeah.
already. What's English? Yeah, yeah. So I'm just I buy them like new,
Mm.
because I feel like I want to support the game
Mm.
developers and stuff. So
I
so
guess Jen.
yeah, I should just buy those games so I can support Angushen. I
Mm.
it's sort of not really, since it's the gameplay itself. I Since I've already watched Johan
Mm.
and DSP, it's not really much more you could do with the game. But I would just like to buy it just because supporting
Mm.
Angushen. I'm hoping that that OJ and John or someone of them could end up being in the next Angushen game,
Mm.
or maybe not the next one, but the one after. Maybe they could convince him to do a Snossman hole punch game, because I
Yeah, I was
feel like,
surprised they didn't talk about it on the show.
yeah, I mean it's sort of like I felt like John didn't really want to ask
Mm.
for it, because he's don't really ask for a lot of stuff like that. So uh,
Yeah, he doesn't. Vanessa, he doesn't really ask anyone for too much except for OJ.
yeah,
But
yeah, doesn't feel like he wants to do it himself, which is
mm.
kind of sad in some ways, because I feel like uh, I would if I were them, I would like them to have some sort of uh, would have had a sort of like a mini Kickstarter, sort of like, so that the
Yeah.
people that work on it get a little amount of money for
Mm.
doing this, because I feel
Mm.
like they deserve it for the many hours, like Carl
Mm.
and all the people that's take off their free time to do this. I feel
Yeah.
like they're deserving of have a little of money, so that
Mm.
they can keep going, and they were still they seem to love doing it. So
Mm.
But I still understand why he don't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hmm. I wanted to mention something. The Games for Gold thing on Xbox right now. Do you know about that?
Is it where to give free games or
Yeah.
yeah?
Friends and I talking about this, how when it was announced, everyone was so excited. But when they released it, like the game right now they're releasing is Rainbow Six Vegas,
Well, everyone
which
when they heard the first games they were releasing for
yeah,
it, they started to get like, oh, this isn't worth money at all. I mean, the Xbox is they are losing the war against PSN in that respect.
I'm looking at the list right now. PlayStation this month has like Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition and Assassin's Creed 3 completely free if
Yeah,
you're on PlayStation Plus. This month, Magic 2013 and Rainbow Six Vegas.
yeah,
It's like Xbox are releasing all the games from the 2006 era,
yeah. And
which is a really too
it's
bad.
yeah, it's so weird. I mean, for PS Plus it's like $5
Mm,
or something,
yeah,
and for Xbox Live it's like 10. No,
yeah,
yeah, something like uh, dollar, and that's just for having like your online capabilities. I
yeah.
mean, it's so worthwhile. That's the main reason why I want to get a PlayStation 4. I have had Xbox since
Mm,
the first Xbox, so I like the way you the Xbox controller. That's the main reason
mm,
why I still have Xbox, but it's not worthwhile. And I mean, I can get around playing with a PlayStation
mm,
4 controller if I get like all those free games.
mm. Uh, is that gonna close it? Do you want to talk about anything else?
Uh, I feel like so you didn't play GTA. What did you were watching a playthrough, didn't you, of
Yeah,
GTA 5? What do
yeah.
you think of it?
It looks pretty good. I'm really excited to get it in like 7 months or something. But yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of new stuff in there.
Yeah,
And it feels like they took like the best bits out of like a different franchise. Like the driving looks a bit like Need for Speed Most Wanted. Like that's what I'm getting from the driving.
yeah, sort of.
Yeah. And I think they definitely improved like everything about it.
Yeah, it's really easy to drive in that game,
Huh.
but still it's still tough to drive because there's really many cars. So because I compare it right now to Sleeping Dogs very much,
Uh,
seeing how it's very like GTA-esque that
mm,
game. And one thing uh, the driving is. I thought it was easy in Sleeping Dogs, but I must almost say that it's almost easier in in GTA 5 because you can crash so many times. I the first time I had a race because you have like those strangers
yeah.
sort of stuff you can go to. So one of the you did it was a race.
Mm.
So I went in a race and I think I crashed like 10 times and I ended up winning because the other cars crashed right into bus. So
Uh,
so like every the leading car was the only one who didn't crash. The other one crashed right into bus and had like a major crash. And I thought the guy who was in first place was just gonna own it after that. But
mm,
somehow they he just stopped somewhere, or I feel like it's sort of like you can it has the string effect when it comes to races, and also the rubber effect, where
Yeah.
if someone, they will suddenly speed up if you're far ahead and stuff like that, which is I never really like that. I can be
Mm.
okay at losing incredibly if I drive right into like electric post or whatever it's called. I mean, it's because it's my own fault for doing it. So
Mm.
because I won that race, because in the last straight, the leading car went right into like a post, straight into it, even though like there was no car in the like vicinity. So I like,
Mm.
okay, thank you for that, and I won the race. So yeah, the drive. I really like the motorcycle driving in the game. I
Mm.
feel that's too bad I have a problem finding motorcycles. They're very rare to like see, so it's
Mm.
that kind of is annoying because they're really fun to drive, and
Mm.
when you have the faster cars, or you really feel the difference comparing to the normal
Mm.
style of cars.
Mm.
The big Humvee is almost tougher to drive than a lorry, so that's
Mm.
weird. But yeah, it's from the. I must say that it's. I have a hard time feeling that this is amazing for me. I mean,
Mm.
it's perfect in most ways, which is
Mm.
why I don't really understand why I don't. There's few details that makes it kind of not the fantastic feeling that I just
Mm.
want to. I feel like maybe the story isn't compelling enough for me to like
Mm.
just never stop playing this game, because I compare it to like when I play Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age game for that
Uh,
instant, because I
mm.
when I got that game I played it non-stop. I only stopped for getting like couple hours of rest and then just
Mm.
went on it again because I loved that game so much that I couldn't
Mm.
stop playing. But
Mm.
GTA, it's I think it's because you have played, at least for me, I've played so many GTA hours.
Mm.
So it's still a bit, you have played this game before, so you know kind of what you're
Yeah.
getting. So it will never be like fantastic game for me,
Mm.
which is yeah. So but I like how they done it with the characters, uh,
Mm.
because I think the chemistry between the characters is what makes GTA 5 this
Yeah.
time great. The characters
Mm.
on their own couldn't have unless if you like, okay, you only played like Franklin,
Mm.
you would have a like it wouldn't be as good as it is right now, because Franklin couldn't hold it on his own. So
Mm.
and
I think I
what do
think
you?
everyone at school wants to ruin GTA 5 for me because every time like I'm talking to my friends, they always mention it and they talk about the story.
Yeah,
So I have to like walk away from the conversation. Hey, my
yeah,
friends.
yeah. I really think you should get that. I mean that game
Mm.
sometime soon, because I think it's worthy enough to, even though it may be so that it takes a longer time for you to play it just because you have studied a lot, but just play it
Mm.
like for an hour or so here and there. It's
Yeah, for me recently, I downloaded Skyrim. I
yeah,
played it I first downloaded it, I want to say, the beginning of July,
Yeah.
and I still haven't completed it now. Like, I'm not even like halfway through the game.
Well, then it doesn't really matter. The main storyline is not good.
Hmm.
So I did a wrong thing when I played Oblivion, that I I didn't really know how you would play an Elder Scrolls game really,
Hmm.
because if I know that, I would just have done the side content. And uh, yeah, when it came to games, I were a little bit not really understanding how you should play them really, because I just played the main story in
Hmm.
Oblivion, and I didn't really understand how it the scale, how it came to be that suddenly uh, the monsters or whatever got so much tougher,
Hmm.
and I got killed all the time. I just couldn't understand it. So uh, yeah, it confused me, that game.
Hmm.
So, but I really should go back and play Oblivion again.
Hmm.
Annoying
What do
thing,
you play it on? Like Xbox,
Xbox.
PC? Oh, okay.
Oblivion maybe when I go back to play on PC. I played it on Xbox the
Hmm.
uh, last time I played it, and I also played Skyrim on the Xbox. I feel it's so simple that I feel, even though I know people say, oh, but the real thing about Elder Scrolls, you can mod those games and stuff, and
Hmm.
sometimes mods can be good for it,
Hmm.
but yeah, I maybe have to feel like playing Skyrim again, because they're good story mods people have made. I
Hmm.
feel like I would be interested in trying those out, but I
Hmm.
have Skyrim on PC also. I got it Steam sale, so
Hmm. Well, you've seen from Twitter how my Steam is. It's over a year.
yeah, yeah.
And the
Well,
only games I really play on PC are Marvel Heroes. I haven't played that in like a month or so.
yeah.
And Infinite Crisis, which won't load for me because the server's always down.
Yeah, I decided to put in a lot of money last year in my computer,
Mm,
because I really wanted to start doing computer games again. But
mm,
still, when I do stuff on my computer, I still remind myself why the hell I love to play stuff on consoles. Because
mm.
I hate installing, I hate all the problems
Yeah.
that you get from PC games. And for
Mm.
some reason, I end up getting all the troubles also. Every single trouble with a game, I end up always getting them. I mean, Yog Ventures is Yog's Cast game I kickstarted,
Mm.
and I have been able to play that twice. It won't work. It's always a new problem. Every single, I'm like, now it's a new patch update. I'm like, okay, it's a new update. Maybe now I can play it, and then something
Mm.
else is broken from the last time. I'm like, I don't feel. It's also annoying to get everything right when you go on the forums and stuff. It
Yeah.
always doesn't help you. So yeah, some games are just really annoying. I had Marvel Heroes. It had a
Mm.
problem with dual screens. So if you
Mm.
had dual screens, you couldn't play it. That was great. I had problems with
Oh.
Star Wars: The Old Republic when I tried that game out. I
Mm.
Heroes Might and Magic 6. I had problems with so many games. I end up always having trouble with. So I don't really know why they have to have all these problems.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, is there anything
Mhm.
else you want to bring up? Maybe.
Uh, can't think of anything at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's good there today. Uh, yeah, I don't really have much more to say. More, just a little bit more on GTA 5. Maybe I feel like it's people. It's one of the best games this year, but I'm not so incredibly certain that it's going to be game of the year, just because it has already had so many installments of it before. I still feel like you have some part of it played it before, and if you're like me who have played every single GTA game, I also played like GTA 1 and 2. I never owned them, but I played them. So I've played every one of them, and it's still the same. It's still the same concept because it's a concept that everyone loves. But when you have played it for so much time, especially I played GTA 3 so many hours, especially with my cousin. That's the only thing I've been now that I've played it. I'm like, fuck, I really want to play this game with my cousin and have a little nostalgia trip, like just playing through it, like we did in the old days. I was about to say, but it's like we used to play that 10 years ago now. I think we so yeah,
I think.
that's interesting.
Is that gonna do it? Is that gonna end it?
Yes, I think it will. It's we don't have to go on for like 10 million hours every Crowncast. It's been many long Crowncasts recently, I feel like. So yeah, and I feel like this Crowncast guest one works out great for people that didn't want to get spoiled of Kingdom Hearts in the last one, because I understood that it would probably be one that wasn't watched as much when it comes to guest podcast, because just people usually everyone is not a Kingdom Hearts fan, and maybe people haven't played it, so then I know that they wouldn't watch it yet. So yeah, thank you for being on. It was a good podcast, I feel like. Guest ones always are good. It's easy to do them.
Yeah.
Always end up talking about something. So yeah. So we can find you at Bushido. What's it? It's 19? No, I don't know. What's the number you usually? What is it? Bushido on Twitter. Where can they? What's your full Twitter? Great. Always happens at Bushido19. Yes.
What was that?
It was Skype kicking you off. So it's it's so hilarious. People don't know this, but I have had like 2 or 3 times when I've ended a guest Crowncast where the call just went quit for a couple of seconds. It's hilarious. Just after I've ended it, it's just Skype just says no. Yeah, it's just crashing. I'm like, what the hell? It's great that they wait until after I'm done. This is the first time it's kind of... Yeah, so you can find you at Bushido19 on Twitter. Is there any other... Damn it! Well, so it is... Skype is having a brilliant amount of fun with time. It has brilliant time. So you can find me at Mark Crown Story, and our guest here at the great Twitter at Bushidoah19. He's a fellow Rambosian. You should all follow him. He's a great dude. He makes our great hole punch. He's making a action figure. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, I would want to buy from him, but seeing how Skype doesn't really want that, I will just... Thanks guys for listening, and I will see you on another Chromecast. Bye!